fucking cold out here this week, man. There we go. You know, I gotta hand it to you guys out there on the internet that not only dog on Microsoft all the time, like it's your fucking job or something, but their products as well. I mean, you'd fucking swear with a lot of these people that Bill Gates himself broke into their fucking house and raped their grandma, and then for good measure impaled their fucking pet on their front yards. Like, I don't understand you fucking people, and you people like are at the point where you're legitimately scaring me now. You know, if all you motherfuckers who dog on Microsoft all the time, if you put half as much of that effort into anything else, we'd probably have cancer cured by now. But that's just my opinion. So, you know, I'm so sick and tired of people dogging on the Xbox One especially. You know, how it's not a real games console, how it's, you know, has inferior specs compared to the PS4, you know, and like, you can't even have a civil fucking discussion about anything Microsoft makes, especially the Xbox One, because here comes the Sony pony army, like going into the conversation and reminding everyone every 10 fucking seconds how shit Microsoft and their fucking products are. I'm not going to sit here and defend Microsoft and say they're a perfect company, but come on. Is Sony a perfect company? Especially with what's recently happened? Like, give me a fucking break. So I was bored at work and I decided to, you know, check out, you know, what's going on with the PS4. PS4 has been out for, 14 months now? Almost 14 months. So, you know, I wanted to see, well, I have $400. I can go get a PS4. But am I going to get a PS4? No, because there's nothing to fucking play on it. So I went ahead and made a list here of games that I have an inkling to fucking play. I'm being very fucking generous with this list. And when half of this fucking list is like indie games that can be found on Steam, that's fucking pathetic. So I'll just start off this little list here. It starts with Broforce. It's on PS4. It's also on Steam. Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. I know Dynasty Warriors does really, really get repetitive, but I do like playing it once in a while. I had some enjoyment playing the older games. But guess what? Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires is coming to Xbox One next month. Tough break. There goes another exclusive I get a PS4 for, but I don't give a fuck. Grim Fandango. You know, people are, you know, nutting in their fucking pants over when Grim Fandango got announced at last year's E3 and at this most recent PlayStation conference, like the PlayStation Now, PlayStation Experience, whatever the fuck it's called, where it was announced that Day of the Tentacle is also going to get an HD remake. That's cool, but I'm going to play both of those on Steam. Like, my brain can't even begin to process how you would fucking play a classic LucasArts adventure game on a PlayStation. What? I'll wait for, you know, when Steam runs one of their big sales. I'll grab it on Steam. Thank you very much. I mean, even if it's plausible, you can put a mouse and a keyboard into a PS4. Like, why don't you just fucking play it on a computer at that point? Why don't you play it on a laptop? Like, any laptop made in the last 5 years can fucking run Grim Fandango and Day of the Tentacle. Give me a fucking break. Moving on, we got Hotline Miami, also on Steam. Nidhogg looks really cool, also on Steam. Octodad I mentioned. Spelunky, also on Steam. Very well-renowned game on Steam. Street Fighter V, you know, Capcom is such in dire straits with their finances that Street Fighter V, Capcom announced at this most recent conference I just mentioned before, where they're going to, Street Fighter V is going to be exclusive to the PS4. I mean, unless you're a really, really, really diehard fighting fan, you're not going to buy a PS4 just for Street Fighter fucking 5. And there's people, like, there's early versions of the game out there, and famous people like Daigo are complaining about how slow it is and everything, so I don't know about that. Even if Street Fighter 5 was a compelling gaming experience, it's going to come out for Windows according to its Wikipedia profile anyway, so you can get that on Steam. Transistor looks cool, also on Steam. No Man's Sky. Oh, God. You know, I give credit to the main, the head honcho of whoever's making No Man's Sky. His name escapes me at the moment, but he was all over Sony's recent events and everything. And, it's cool to have, like, a small team like that who's making No Man's Sky get recognition like they do. But, man, like, people are really blowing up this game. Like, you're flying around in this world for hours and hours and just exploring. Like, what's the point of it? If that's the entire point of it, it doesn't sound like a game I'd buy a PlayStation 4 for. You know what I mean? Even if it was a good game, again, just like Street Fighter V, it's coming out on another platform. It's going to be a timed exclusive. Gran Turismo 7, yeah, whenever that fucking comes out in the next 2 or 3 fucking years. Even if it does, it's not going to be as good as Forza. I used to really defend Gran Turismo for years and years and years. I played Gran Turismo 1, loved it, put like 100 hours into it at least. I love that fucking game. And then I finally sat down and played Forza, and you know what? Forza is just as good, if not better, than Gran Turismo. So fuck Gran Turismo, okay? Oh, I can't wait to get PS3 graphics with 100 less cars than Gran Turismo 6 had. Ooh, sign me the fuck up. Infamous, Second Son, and Killzone Shadowfall. We've fucking been through this already. Infamous is not that good of a game. It just doesn't look fun. It looks really boring. And Killzone looks like every other sci-fi shooter I've played in the last decade. So fuck that. Knack. Moving on, Ratchet and Clank. Insomniac's listed as making a new Ratchet and Clank. It's going to be another reboot, but since Insomniac's behind it, I'll keep it on the far ends of my radar. Like, if it ever comes out and if it doesn't suck, like most reboots do nowadays. But we'll see. But it's still not worth buying a PS4 for it, even if it doesn't even have a rock solid release date yet. So who cares? Like I said, I put that on there to be very generous, like I said before. Then I round up the PS4 list with The Order 1886, Bloodborne, and Uncharted 4. I'm so fucking sick and tired of looking at Uncharted. That fucking series jumped the shark at Uncharted 2, and I think even the most loyal fans of Uncharted can agree with that. That game's been on. That game should have finished with Uncharted 2 or even Uncharted 3. Uncharted 4, fucking cares. It's a thief's end. Also, it'll be the end of the series. Yeah, bullshit. You're gonna see fucking prequels, sequels, in-betweenals. Like, you know how the fucking industry is today. It's most of it's garbage. The Order 1886, it looks like just another third-person shooter like everything else. I mean, it's pretty sad when that's one of the better games on here, but I'm not buying a fucking PS4 for that. I'm gonna wait till that comes out, see how rock solid it is, read the reviews and everything like that. But if I wanted to play a third-person shooter with supernatural elements in it, I'll go back and play Resident Evil 4. That leaves Bloodborne. Oh, Dark Souls Light. Oh, an arcadey version of Dark Souls, and another third-person character action game. Oh yeah, because we don't have fucking enough of those. But yeah, and I skipped a couple on here, and these are actually the most compelling purchases I see right now for the PS4. And thank God for Housemarque developing games for this system, or there'd be nothing on this fucking platform. Dead Nation Apocalypse Edition and Resogun. And I poked fun. I took a few jabs at the PS4 before, saying that Resogun is really the only game I see worth playing on it, and that pretty much holds true 14 months after the fucking system came out. And even with the recent release of Geometry Wars 3, which I do have on my Xbox One, and I did enjoy for a couple weeks, but some of those achievements are really retarded. But anyway, if I want to play a twin-stick shooter, I'll just play that. It kind of took the wind out of the sails of Resogun's appeal. So that's it. Like, and the problem with the PS4 extends beyond not having any fucking games to play. What about the recent, PlayStation Now, the subscription service came out. Oh yeah, good luck, have fun paying another $20 a month to play PS3 games on your PS4 on top of $50 a year. What the fuck is that? Like, you think if Sony really cared about their fucking fans, like all these fans are brainwashed from the past E3 thinking they do, that they would include it in their so prestigious, PlayStation PSN subscription? They don't. They just care about money, and they'll say whatever they want to get your money, okay? Sony is not exempt from all this corporate bullshit that's going on, and it just makes me laugh every time people defend this fucking company. They're idiots. Yeah, and the PSN outages, don't even get me started on that. Like, were you people even able to play any shiny new games you got from your grandparents or your parents or your friends or cousins or pet or whatever the fuck? Were you even able to connect to PSN? I was able to play Xbox Live all through my holiday break from work. What about PSN? Oh, it's probably still having problems. Yeah, Xbox Live had intermittent issues, but they didn't affect me at all. I was too busy playing Titanfall and Need for Speed Rivals to give a fuck. It's a fucking joke. And don't, you know, and not to mention all the credit card hacks and this big hack, which was probably, you know, the big hack into Sony's network was probably the biggest cyber hack our country's ever seen. You know, and, you know, to top it all off, I mean, the Wii U is more appealing than a PS4 right now. I remember when the Wii U came, when it was announced in 2012, I thought it was the biggest fucking laughingstock I've ever seen in my life. And just this past April, we have a Wii U. I never thought I would get a Wii U before a PS4, but there you go. Yeah, so let that sink in for a minute, where a system that Nintendo had a, you know, balls hard time marketing because people thought it was a fucking touchpad controller for the original Wii that they released back in 2006, that's more appealing than the PlayStation 4. There's more shit to play on it. And I made fun of Nintendo before, but they got their act together and they started releasing pretty good games, albeit first-party games, which is what they're good at, but hey, it's what they're good at. Like I said, one-trick pony, it's a really good fucking trick. And just to be a good sport, I'm going to rattle off the exclusives on the Xbox One here real quick, just to do a little fun comparison here. Dead Rising 3 and Rise Son of Rome, they're on Steam, but they're fun-looking games in their own right. Ori and the Blind Forest is exclusive to Microsoft platforms. That game looks fucking amazing. Reminds me of Child of Light, which was by far the best game of 2014 and by far one of the best games of all time. Forza 5 and Forza Horizon 2, better than Gran Turismo in my opinion. We got Titanfall, one of the best multiplayer shooters ever made in my opinion. A new Crackdown is coming. Crimson Dragon, which I bought on launch. It's a decent Panzer Dragoon clone. Panzer Dragoon, anything like that makes anything better. D4, Dark Dreams Don't Die. We got Swery 65 representing. Oh, where's your Swery 65 game on the PS4? Oh, what was that game? He didn't make one. New Gears of War, the Halo Master Chief Collection, which is a great bargain if you're a Halo fan. I'm not the biggest Halo fan, but that appeals to a lot of people. Halo 5 Guardians is right around the corner. Killer Instinct, which is one of the best fighting games I've seen released in years, with its tutorial mode to people who aren't, you know, hardcore into the fighting game scene and actually want to get in and be kind of like have decent, you know, be decent competition to other competitors out there. That's fun. They didn't have to release that, but they did a great job, and Iron Galaxy has been doing a great job taking it over. Phantom Dust. We got a new Phantom Dust coming out. Quantum Break looks really, really cool. It's from Remedy. I love the old Max Payne games. This looks really cool as well. A new Raiden is planned this year. Raiden, the old side-scrolling shoot-'em-up game. We're getting a Raiden on Xbox One. Rise of the Tomb Raider, which it is a timed exclusive, but we get it first, fuckers. Deal with it. And you can, you know, go ahead and salivate over all the trailers and the news over that while we're enjoying playing it on our Xbox One. Sunset Overdrive looks really, really cool. I thought about picking that up. I'm going to wait till that goes on sale, eventually get that. And Zombie Driver Ultimate Edition, which I almost bought. I missed it during the holiday sale. It was like $475 for one day, and I fucking missed it. I'm so pissed. But yeah, we don't just watch TV. We don't just snap fucking applications. We actually got shit to play, okay? So I don't want to fucking hear another word about how the Xbox One is garbage. Xbox One and done. 720p, Titan fail, PS4 for the win. It's over, all right? It was cute for a couple months, but now it's just getting fucking pathetic, okay? You want to know what has no games? The PS4. Oh, it can do 1080p. Too bad I can't fucking play anything on it. You want something that looks nice that you can't fucking play games on to put in your living room? Go buy a fucking painting. Okay? Go buy a painting. I'll buy a fucking game console I can actually play shit on. And not only is that true for the Xbox One, it's true for the Wii U as well. I mean, you're going to fucking sit there and tell me right now that there's something more fun to play on the PS4 than on the Wii U? Go for it. But you're fighting an impossible battle there, as far as it is right now. So, yeah, E3 2015, man. Road to E3. And Sony better come out guns a-blazing. They better show something at this year's E3 that knocks me flat on my ass for me to even consider buying one of these fucking $400 trapezoids. Fucking pathetic. PlayStation 4 sucks. Xbox One's better. I know the truth really stings, but hey, maybe sooner or later you'll get used to it. It is what it is.